Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be very different from anything that I have put out on my channel before. I'm excited for this video. I'm a little bit nervous for it because I'm going to be doing some real talk here with you. I also will not be putting any makeup on my face, which makes me quite nervous as well. I'm a little bit nervous to make the video, but like I said, I also am very excited because I want to talk to you guys about a subject that I feel very passionate about. I think what I am going to call this video is maybe like the real reason why I started YouTube. That's kind of been what's in my mind when I've been thinking about doing this video. I have been meaning to sit down and do kind of like a chit chat video for quite some time, but I had so many ideas of what I could have the underlying theme be, and just none of them either felt right or the timing didn't feel right, or something was happening where I was like, you know what, I just don't feel that this is the right time to put this video out. And for probably about the past 2 weeks, I've been thinking about this certain subject, and I've been talking to a couple different people about it, and the words that I keep saying, I'm like, I should really film that as a video. Like, that's what my subject needs to be. That's what I need to talk about. So I'm excited to share with you guys the real reason that I started YouTube, and not only YouTube, but social media, because I have been in the social media game for a long time now. It hasn't been an easy journey for me, and I feel like I am finally just now getting it figured out and finding my own path to, being happy and living my life the way that I want to live it. So I'm excited to talk to you guys about this subject. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about why I started YouTube, why I started social media. So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about or address is give a little bit of a backstory for those of you who do not know me. Maybe this is your first time on my channel. If it is, welcome, hello. My name is Samantha. Maybe you've been around for a while, but you don't know my backstory. So basically, everything kind of started for me in 2009. I was still in college at the time, but it was always a really big goal in my life to publish a book. I've always wanted to be a published author since the time I was 9 years old. It's documented in my memory books of what do you want to be when you get older. I want to be a writer. I want to be an author. I want to write books. And I told myself that I needed to go to a real college, and once I graduated from college with a degree, if I still wanted to pursue writing, I could. So it was before I graduated college, it was my last year of college, that I decided I was going to start writing my book because I still felt very passionately about it. But the advice that you always hear, I would always hear my mom saying it, is it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I thought, well, I don't know anybody, so how do I get to know people? And I decided to start a blog. So one of the reasons that I started my blog was to try to make more connections with people, especially authors, and maybe get some help when it came to publishing my book, because I really had no idea what I was doing. So that was a really big reason that I started my blog. Another reason that I decided to start my blog and what I was going to make it on was because I wanted to meet people who thought the same as I did. Because I have felt different my whole life. I felt like I never had the same mindset as anyone else, and I could never find people who thought like me. We just did not have similarities. And I mean, through middle school, through high school, and even in college, I was like, why am I so different? And why can't I find someone out there same as I do, or who wants what I want? I could never find people like that. Another really big reason for me starting my blog was to maybe I can finally find people out there like me, because it's so frustrating to live your whole life feeling so different, because people don't like different, and when you're different, you get made fun of. That was always a really big challenge for me and a big struggle for me. So because of that, I thought, maybe if I start this, I will finally be able to meet people. So I started my blog in October of 2009. It is called Chicklet Plus. It is still up today. It is running. I will leave it linked down below if you want to check it out. And my overall envision for my blog was to do everything that I loved and have it in a website. That was my goal for Chicklet Plus, is anything that I have an interest in or a passion in or a hobby of mine, I want to put it onto that website. So that included books, that included talking about celebrities, it included fashion, fitness, beauty, makeup, lifestyle. Like, I wanted it all to be on Chick-lit Plus. So I was so excited. You know, I hired someone to do like the creative work and actually build a website for me because I had no idea what I was doing, and I just started going after it. I mean, if a celebrity was getting married, I was writing an article about that. If a friend was making a delicious dessert, I asked for the recipe and made it. I had just picked up a new eyeshadow, I would do a review on it, and that is how Chick-lit Plus came to, and I was having so much fun with it until all of this negativity started coming in. So it was about a year after I started Chick-lit Plus, and the book side of Chick-lit Plus was going really well. Within the first 6 months of me starting that website and reviewing books, I was being contacted by Emily Giffen, by Jackie Collins, by really big name authors, contacted by their publicists to be able to review their books and interview these authors, and it was amazing. I was getting so many review requests coming in from publicists and authors themselves, and it was really, really exciting. And I was also getting a lot of help because I was finishing writing my own book at this time. I was getting a lot of help from authors of what my next steps would be, if I would self-publish, if I would try to find an agent, and, you know, editors and proofreader recommendations, and it was fantastic. And then around the time where I started to get serious, you know, I had a book cover, and, you know, I was like, oh, my book's gonna come out soon. My book's, you know, done being edited. My debut novel is gonna come out soon. All of a sudden there was a lot of negativity around Chick-lit Plus, and it was really hard to deal with because the comments that were coming in were saying things like, no one's going to take you seriously as an author if you continue to talk about makeup, and no one's going to take you seriously in your writing career if you post the pictures of the outfit that you're wearing that day. And I let those comments get to me so much that I basically shut everything down. It was probably within 2 years of starting Chick-lit Plus, I basically shut everything else down besides books and focused solely on books because these comments were so hurtful to me, but also because I believed them. I believed that if I wanted to be an author, which is what I've wanted to be since I was a little girl, that I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't be anybody else. I had to just be an author. I had to just be into books. I had to just be a book lover. I could not have any other passions outside of that because I let these people who would leave these rude and nasty comments, I let them change who I was. Honestly, like, saying those words out loud still is so crazy to me. That I would let anonymous people, you know, sometimes I actually did kind of know people who were saying this, or I would get emails from even like fellow authors, and they would say, you know, I just want to give you some constructive criticism, but if you want to be taken seriously, you know, you can't do all that other side stuff. No one cares about your recipes. No one cares about what you're wearing. You need to just focus on your books. That needs to be your main thing. So I was letting anonymous people and even people that I thought were my friends and, like, you know, almost kind of like colleagues in the industry, I let them change my mindset and change what I had initially started out to do. That is really, really disheartening, but I did it. I changed. I made Chick-lit Plus into primarily a book blog. I hired on a whole slew of reviewers so we could keep putting out as many book reviews as we could, and I went down a path that made me so happy. I'm not gonna lie, it made me happy. I have 4 books published under my name right now. I started a publishing company. You know, those years were great. I was doing something that I really loved to do, and I was expanding in a way that I never knew that I could. But at the same time, I wasn't being completely fulfilled because I had let other people change my mindset and change who I think that I needed to be. So after a couple of years of this, I thought to myself, you know what? I want to give other things a shot because I'm more than just a book lover. You know, that was the idea behind starting Chick-lit Plus, is being able to take all of my passions into one and put it into one place and be that person. Like, why can't I be all of that? So in 2013, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try again. I'm going to kind of redo Chick-lit Plus. I'm going to put back in the posts that I wanted to write, and, like, you know, I just want to be more. I wasn't being entirely fulfilled, so I thought I need to be more. So in summer of 2013, I was newly engaged, and I was so excited to be planning my wedding and to, you know, taking a next step in my life. It was so exciting. but I was still really struggling, and I would talk to my fiance about it quite frequently, about, you know, how I just wasn't happy. And I can remember having a moment where, like, I had a complete breakdown because I said, I'm just not happy with my life, you know, with my professional life. I'm not doing enough. I haven't done enough. I should be doing more. And he was saying to me, he's like, you know, you've published a book, like that's always your dream. You have a business, like you are doing big things, you know, what more could you possibly want? And I just said, I don't know, but there's something else out there. Like I should be doing something more. Again, in 2013, I thought, you know what, you know, my website has gotten completely away from my original vision. It's completely gone off that because, you know, I let other people's comments influence me so much. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to get it back. I hired someone to do a redesign on Chicklet Plus. We changed the banner. We added in items like fitness items and, you know, a pair of heels and things like that, because, you know, I was like, I want this website to be all, you know, girly things. I don't want it to be just books, because that's what I never intended it for it to be that way. So we did a little redesign. I brought back in beauty articles. I asked, you know, some of my associate reviewers, you know, hey, if you ever want to write a beauty review, or, you know, you just have anything else that you want to talk about, a movie review, anything, let me know, and let's start doing stuff like that too. And I also set up a camera in my spare bedroom one day and sat down and filmed more like beauty and lifestyle videos, and I started a YouTube channel. You know, being on YouTube in 2013, you know, there weren't these big, huge beauty influencers that I was really looking up to. I really didn't know anyone else personally that was on YouTube, and I didn't know anyone else like I do today, like how you can watch the big name YouTubers on there. That wasn't around, or at least I had not found it yet when I had started to do it. But I thought maybe this could be a way that I can try something new, or I could reach more people, or just, you know, help me get on the right path again. And so I did about 5 videos. I was so excited about them. I would share them on my social media accounts, and the feedback once again wasn't great. And it was hard because even people in my real life were like, why are you doing that? You know, why would you make a video and put it on YouTube? Like, only weird people do that. Also let me believe, like, yeah, duh. I'm being stupid. Why would I do that? But then also the online comments of, once again, you know, people aren't going to buy your books if you're going to start talking about makeup. You're not going to be taken seriously. And that's the number one comment that I always got. You're not going to be taken seriously. You're not going to be taken seriously. It's like, why? I mean, you know, now I'm like, why? I don't understand it. But back then I was like, you know, this could, you know, maybe ruin everything that I've, you know, worked these past years for. You know, I'm publishing books, and now I'm a publisher, and I offer all these services. You know, what if people don't take me seriously anymore? They don't want to read my books anymore. They're not going to buy my books anymore. Like, okay. So once again, I listened to those comments, even though I told myself, you know, you're going to do it. You're going to make this change because you're going to be happier. I lost it. I lost it. And it's so frustrating to say, but after about 5 videos, I deleted all of them, and I deleted the YouTube channel. And I thought, you know what, never mind. Like, we got to get it together. We got to focus on books, focus on writing, focus on book reviews. You know, once again, like every once in a while, I would sprinkle in some sort of different type of review or something on Chicklet Plus, but not very often. Those kind of dwindled away again. And it was really disappointing. Kind of like the main topic that I wanted to talk about here was why I got on YouTube now. I kind of told you about why I started social media and those sort of reasons, but now I want to talk about why I actually started this new YouTube channel and what I was hoping to get out of it. And once again, my mindset was, I'm not happy. I'm still not happy. I'm still not completely fulfilled with my life. What can I do differently? And I need to make something stick, you know? So once again, I went back to, I want to be more than just an author. I want to be more than just a book blogger. I want to be able to share my different passions and my different hobbies with people, because once again, I want to be able to talk with other people about that. Because again, you know, it just goes back to always feeling so different and always feeling like you don't belong anywhere because you can't find people who are like-minded like you in certain areas. And I thought, you know, I gotta be able to find them. Like, my world completely opened up when I started Chick Lit Plus. I've made some amazing friends in the book community, gone on trips together, I've been to their house. Like, it's really amazing what social media did for me in that aspect, that it opened up my world so completely. I mean, I always say that starting Chick Lit Plus literally changed my life. I mean, it did. It changed my life and it made it so much better. But I knew that there was still something more out there for me and that I wasn't being completely fulfilled. So in the summer of 2015, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna start to try to do YouTube again. Someone recommended Carly Bible to me. And I was saying how I was always so frustrated, like, I love makeup so much, and I love buying makeup, but I don't know how to do it, I can't figure out how to do it. And someone said, well, I watch Carly Bible on YouTube, and she does really good tutorials. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And so I went to YouTube, and I searched Carly Bible, and I started watching her videos, and I was like, you can learn how to do makeup on YouTube? I had no idea. So I watched, you know, a handful of Carly's videos, and I think through Carly, I also found like Nicole Guerrero, and then I found Jaclyn Hill, and just all these people who would just sit down and talk to a camera about the things that they were passionate about, and they would do reviews and they would show tutorials. And through YouTube, I learned how to do makeup. I did not know how to do makeup before then. Please watch my How I Did My Makeup in College video, because that's proof. I was watching it, I was not only so inspired and so motivated, but I just kept thinking to myself, I can do that too. I love reviewing products. That's, you know, that's what Chick Lit Plus is. I was reviewing books, and, you know, back in the day, I was reviewing beauty and skincare and hair care. Like, why can't I do that? And, you know, it took me about like I said, I think it was 2 months after I watched Carly's video for the first time. And I just kept thinking to myself, I can do that, I can do that. And I was so determined this time to not give up on myself early. I was, you know, I had the mindset, I had the focus of, if I want to finally figure out how to be happy, I need to not stop when times get rough or people are nasty. Like, you've got to keep it going, Samantha. So that is what I did. I think it was summer of 2015 that I posted my first video. It's kind of confusing to me because even though I had like the great book side of things going and I wanted to incorporate beauty and makeup, I thought, once again, I had those little voices back here like, you won't be taken seriously, like don't lose your book stuff. And so I thought, okay, I'll make a mostly book focused channel, but I'll incorporate a little bit of beauty. So I think what I did at the beginning was I did like 2 book videos to every 1 beauty video. And what I very, very quickly realized was that my beauty videos had a much better response than my book videos, which was very confusing to me because I had been in the book industry for so long, and I had, you know, quite a few very loyal followers on my other social media pages, and they, you know, not everyone was not being supportive, but I did not get a lot of support on the book videos. And I thought, well, this is really strange. But my beauty videos were getting support from other beauty lovers from all around the world who had no idea who I was and hadn't been following me on social media for years and hadn't read my books, but all of a sudden they were watching my beauty videos. And I thought, well, this is very confusing. What should I do with this? And so I started to do books and beauty videos half and half. I was like, okay, I'll just split it half and half. I'll do half books, half makeup, and it'll be fantastic. And still, the beauty videos had so many more views, more comments, more likes than the book videos. And I kept, you know, I'm watching my analytics page and I'm trying to think this through because it really threw me through a loop. I was very confused. I still kind of am to this day. So I started to incorporate more makeup. I started doing more makeup videos and just a few book videos, you know, like 2 beauty to 1 book videos. And again, I mean, the makeup videos were just blowing it out of the water, and then I would post a book video and it would have like barely any views. And I'm like, I'm actually like really killing my statistics every time I put a book video up because no one's watching it. But the next day I can do a beauty review video and it's getting, you know, hundreds of views. And so I thought about it for a while, and it was a really hard decision to make, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to relaunch my channel and make it an all beauty channel. Like, why not? I have this blog that's been dedicated to books for so many years. I have these social media platforms that I've dedicated to books for so many years. this is my chance. And like when I had that light bulb moment go off of, this is my chance to finally be able to merge everything together and be who I want to be finally, I gotta take it. I gotta take that risk. It was very scary because once again, I was afraid I would get those comments. And once again, I did get those comments of, why are you only doing beauty now? What happened to your books? Do you not read anymore? Do you not want to write anymore? No one's gonna take you seriously. All of those comments did come in, and I brushed all those comments off. And I am so proud of myself for doing it. And for finally, after so many attempts of trying to be who I really wanted to be, I finally said, you know what, haters, I'm not listening to you anymore because I'm gonna be who I want to be. I am so proud of myself that I was able to not let those comments get to me. I was able to relaunch YouTube into who I wanted it to be and do the videos that were important to me and be able to find that balance, and it made me so happy. Definitely been a long journey from 2009 and having an original vision for myself and for what I kind of wanted to be able to create on my own, to 2016 and finally saying, hey, I think I figured it out, guys. Here I am. I recently did another complete redesign on Chick Lit Plus, and while the actual content and posts that I'm posting on Chick Lit Plus are mainly geared toward books, if you go to the website, you will see my Instagram on there, you will see my YouTube on there, you will see the different parts of my life are now incorporated into Chick Lit Plus, where I'm not getting rid of anything. I'm not reading books anymore. I'm not publishing my own books. I'm not getting rid of any of that part of my life because that part of my life is so important to me, so special to me, and an absolute passion of mine. But it doesn't mean that that's the only thing that I have to do. I have this whole other passion in my life, and now that I have finally found an outlet to be able to do that makes me so incredibly happy. Having an absolute blast here on YouTube. Once I relaunched my channel in May of 2016, I have had such a good time being on YouTube. I love filming videos. It's a fantastic outlet for me. Also, what's made me so happy is that I continue to find other people that I can talk to about my passions. I can find people to talk about books with. I can find people to talk about beauty with, but I can also find people that are like me and have so many different passions and try to figure out how to make them all work. I recently spoke with a female who is an engineer, and she also runs an Instagram page that is based towards makeup, and she would tell me of, you know, once her coworkers found out about her makeup page, all of the crap that she got for it because, you know, she's this super smart, educated, talented engineer. Why would she be into makeup too? And, you know, kind of demeaning her because for some reason when we say that we work in makeup or beauty, for some reason that has the stigma of all of a sudden we can't be smart women and we can't be successful. And it's been really encouraging, I think, to see on YouTube and see where some of these YouTubers and influencers are going, that we're changing that stigma. And I think that is really important and really, really amazing. So I have talked to a lot of people who work in a lot of different areas of life and then do this because this is a passion of theirs and something that they really want to pursue, and how hard it is to get people to understand that we don't have to just be one person. We don't have to only be defined by one thing. And I think that's been really special. So that's kind of the message that I've wanted to bring to this video. If you have felt different in your life and you felt like no one else understands you, I encourage you to really look around, get on social media, and find whatever it is that you have a passion for, because I can almost promise you that you will find other like-minded people out there and it will change your world, honestly. You know, the negativity will be there. I mean, I feel like no matter what area it is that you do, negativity will be there, pushback is going to be there. Thinking about that negative comment over and over and over, and I would forget about all these other positive comments that had come in. Those are the comments that you need to focus on. That's the feedback that you need to focus your energy into, because you can't let the negativity do it for you, or else it'll take you on a path that is not good. Because trust me, I went down it several times. I said to my husband, it was maybe like 2 months ago, I said to him, I said, I finally feel like I'm doing everything that I wanted to do. I'm finally doing everything that I wanted to do when I set out to do it in 2009. It took me this long to figure it out. It took me this long to get the confidence. And you know what? It might have taken me a while, but at least I found it. At least I found it. And I'm not going to continue to go down that path of letting others kind of dictate me or rule how I will make my decisions. And that's been a really, really empowering feeling. So that's just the message that I want to spread around to others. So those are kind of the real reasons why I decided to start YouTube again and again, and then relaunch again. So many of these other real talk videos, like no matter what subject they're on, they're very motivating to me as well. So I wanted to kind of do my part in that, because those are videos that have meant so much to me and really inspired me that I wanted to be able to make my own video. I just hope that you guys found this video helpful in some ways or encouraging in some ways. Nothing is more disheartening to me that when I see other people get asked why they want it to be on YouTube, and it's because they want to be famous or because they want free makeup or things like that. Like, they're missing the point. If that's why you're getting on YouTube, or if that's why you're doing anything that you want to be doing, I truly think that you're missing the point and you're missing the bigger picture that is out there. I was really glad that I was able to hop on here and let you guys know kind of what it's meant to me, how it has changed me, and also just kind of give you guys an update of, you know, the relaunch on my channel. We never really talked about it specifically. You know, I kind of changed everything around from, like, my banner used to say like Chicklet Plus and have the books on there, and I've changed all that around to reflect more of what this channel is going to be, and never really addressed it on here. And then I came out with the redesign on Chicklet Plus, and I did write an article on Chicklet Plus kind of about it and kind of what I spoke about as well. So I can leave that link down in the description box too. But I hope you will leave in the comments, you know, if you're on social media, if you're on YouTube, leave in the comments down below, like maybe why you've started, or like what are some of the greatest things that I'm being on social media and YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is, because I love hearing other people's stories as well. I just think it's really inspiring and definitely motivating to keep on going. YouTube is a ton of work. Being on social media is a ton of work, because especially when it's essentially, you know, one of your full-time jobs, is you never feel like you are done working. You know, people can come home from their regular job and unwind and, you know, not think about that again until they go in the next day. But when you are in an industry like this, you never feel like you get a day off, because you don't. You feel like you're constantly working because you are. But if it's something that you're passionate in, then your work is addictive to you. You don't want to stop doing it because you love it. And when I finally realized that I was able to finally be able doing everything that I wanted to be doing, it just made life so much better for me, and I'm in a much happier place right now. So thank you guys for watching and for listening to my story. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you would want to see another like type of real chat video from me, do let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope that you will, because I love what I'm doing and I love being able to connect with you guys. It just makes my days so much better and so much brighter. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my journey. I can't wait to see where we go together. Thank you so much for watching, and I will just catch you real soon in my next one.